G'day everybody, welcome back to our playthrough of Dinkum. I think it's episode 351. Hope you guys are doing well. Now, I'll be honest guys, it's been several days since I've played Dinkum because I have been away for a little bit. So I'm having trouble remembering exactly what we did in the previous episode, but I believe it had something to do with setting up the archery range. Which I believe is still in progress, so we're gonna have to try and continue that. Although, considering potentially the previous episode we were sort of playing around with the archery range, maybe it might be a good idea to sort of mix things up a little bit this episode, and maybe we'll get up to something else before coming back to dealing with the archery range once more. Let's just do what we can initially here at the farm, looking like our apiary enclosure is providing us with honey today, which is nice. And yeah, it's looking really nice actually. I really like this. We do need one flower for this pot though, so we should actually decide on what needs to go there. I wonder if perhaps maybe just a yellow hibiscus should go there. Let's just quickly take a look at what's going on with our hibiscus here. Okay, looking good. I'll take one of the yellow hibiscus actually, and just taking out the paper daisies there because they seem to be invading that space. So there we go. I think that looks nice. So the apiary enclosure is completely done, I would say. We do also, if I'm not mistaken, have a problem with our onions. We don't have enough onion seeds to take out that batch of onions over there and actually replant, so we're gonna have to sort of leave that in for now. Looks like we've got a whole bunch more watermelons here, which is nice. Speaking of watermelons, we do need to make some scarecrows for target practice. So we'll do that at some point. So it looks like the onions over this side are also ready. So yeah, onion seeds, definitely a requirement for the day. So let's start the rest of the day here by just dealing with the animals first, I would say. So one quandong for you, another one for Jet, and we'll drop off the extra one. We'll grab all of this stuff because we're gonna need it. Let's grab our produce first. There we go, and grab our batch of milk. And you know what, I might as well just leave 3 there, and I'll give the boyos some hunks of meat. I'll actually chuck that back. Jet almost escaped there. He's a quick one, that one. Alright, let's drop one for you and one for Spike. Actually, we have too many. Got one too many. Anyway, that's fine. Ah yes. Nice fight with a croc in the morning. There we go. Alright. Wasn't too much trouble. Not feeling too lucky this morning. That's alright. Don't have any pressing need for keys right now, so it's fine. Let's drop the meat back, and I think we're sort of done here at the farm. Aside from maybe making some rupus. Sorry, some fertilizers. But the only thing that is left for us really is to head into town, prepare what we need to do there, and I suppose maybe visit Rain's place. So I'll hang around until 11 o'clock. That'll give us some time to sort of plan out if there's anything else that we need to sort of think about doing here. For example, tasks. Yeah, okay, there's the smelting task. Milburn wants 1 tin sheet. We should be able to get that to him. And you know what? I am going to try and get a haircut. It's been a while. Getting a nice and early start to your day, Blue. Good to see. Do you need something? I completed your request, mate. You brought me 1 tin sheet? Absolutely. There you go. Cool. Alright, and let's go see Sally. I wonder if maybe Sally's place doesn't open. Maybe, yeah, maybe she doesn't work on Sundays after all. Alright, well, haircut's gonna have to be maybe tomorrow. Rain hasn't opened her shop just yet, but if we wait a tiny bit, I think we should be able to go visit. Let's do a few things in the workshop in that case. Okay. We'll drop that there. And let's just clean up our inventory for a second. Croc teeth goes here. And yeah, a couple of things that we can leave at John's place. Should be able to sell it to him at some point later on. Great, let's get the gacha machine going. Okay, and if I'm remembering correctly, we also spent a little bit of time making some rock paths as well for the rest of the infrastructure work that we want to try and do today and subsequent days as well. These tin fences we may need for the project, for the archery range, but I figure perhaps maybe this could be a good time for us to take a look at where we want to set up this ancient Digo temple that I've been mentioning. So and to actually set that place up, I sort of want some mossy brick paths, and I also want these stone lanterns as well. So we'll see if we can make good use of these. Obviously we do need some Digo statues, so we'll grab those. Not before checking out Rain's. Oh man, Rain. Disappointing. No onion seeds this time around either. Alright. So I'm not entirely sure how many Digo statues we're going to need, but I would say probably just 1. But I'm bringing a couple just in case. Unfortunately there's no, you know, like different sizes or anything like that for the Digo statues. I would like to be able to use like a few small ones and then maybe one big one or something like that, but anyway, this will have to do. Perhaps maybe just the 1. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Again, I'm going into this with no real plan. All I know is that it needs to be hidden away somewhat, and it's also going to feature, you know, a lot of maybe water, and perhaps maybe also some kind of flower, you know, wild flowers sort of growing nearby. And I'm sort of thinking about using some glow buttons just to sort of make the place seem a little bit more majestic almost. But yeah, I guess the problem right now is deciding where it's gonna go. So let's just take a look at the map once more. And look, we've got, you know, an interesting site here. which is the big Blururu. Then we've got you know, our holiday home sort of towards the north. We've got Western Connection, which is kind of interesting. I don't know, would we call this Eastern Connection? Could be. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of where would be a good spot for this, you know, hidden away location. And initially I sort of thought perhaps maybe it would work quite nice in the tropics because, you know, ancient temples and stuff like that. I don't know, the tropical biome or tropics seems to lend itself to, you know, those kind of places. But at the same time, it's like, well, we've got a few things going on already in the north. So do we want to do something else? I still think that it's the right choice. So tell you what, maybe the plan should be to really check around this area. I sort of want it to be set up next to some kind of a cliff face almost, but it needs to be hidden away. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna leave the bike because I think we'll be able to speed things up with the heli this time around, and yeah, we'll see how we go. I feel like perhaps maybe this episode may be wasted, quote unquote, a little bit, with just us determining where this place is going to be before us actually, you know, working on putting it in. Well, maybe we can make a start. Again, I don't even know what it's going to look like exactly, but we'll try our best. Look at all that bottle brush over that side. I reckon all of the bottle brush bushes are ready. Perhaps maybe in a couple of episodes or so, we should look at trying to restore some more bottle brush. I think it is time, potentially. Yeah, we're definitely not in the right spot. Let's keep going north. Just stopping every now and then to check out the treasures. Did we actually get a key there? Oh no, okay. That's a shame. A few more treasures over here, actually. Treasures that are not exactly worthwhile, though. Yeah, disappointing. That's alright. Let's move on. Alright, so where are we? Yeah, I sort of want to check around here as well. It could be a good spot, potentially. Otherwise, maybe around here or around here. So it's a nice spot, and it's sort of a nice beach area. I am sort of thinking about setting up the temple sort of in front of water somewhat. So I'm sort of looking for a beachy area. Alright, let's get rid of that, and let's keep going. You know, another option that could be interesting is whether or not we set up some kind of temple area in one of these islands, and so we might say that it's only accessible by heli. That could be kind of cool as well. I don't know. We'll check out all of the sites that we had in mind, and then we'll sort of decide what to do next. Nice old key there. Alright, no real sort of cliff faces or anything like that. I mean, this side could potentially be used for it. Although, I don't know if it would be a good place because it doesn't seem very secret, if that makes sense. I sort of want it to be tucked away somewhere, and not too obvious. Alright, so maybe around here. So this might not be a bad spot. The only issue is I think I might have to terraform a little bit more to make the cliff face maybe come a little bit more closer to the ocean. I don't know. Or maybe we could work with what we've got. So potentially this could be the spot. Let me just put... I don't know what we should put here. Maybe let's put a... no, not that. Let's put a star. And we'll think about it. What I might do is actually fly out to these locations here, although I think these locations are quite flat, aren't they? As in comparison to some of the islands that we might be able to find down this way. But look, we may as well. I feel like this episode is really just going to be about surveying and deciding. We might place down a few things here and there if we end up deciding relatively quickly. But if we don't, then we might move straight to yeah, we might move straight to another activity, like dealing with infrastructure and stuff. Yeah, this island is extremely flat. And nothing there. I don't know, I'm not entirely sure if I want to work with a place that has no features whatsoever. Ooh, there's a nice pearl over here, which has not been marked. Why don't we just do that? There's another one over here as well. Oh, wow, and another one right here. And another one over there. Goodness me, guys. I'm just getting distracted with finding pearls now. Unfortunately, I can't exactly go down there and fetch it. We're not really equipped for that. Alright. Let's go this way. And look, if we find more pearls, I'm not going to stop for them. Because I feel like that's just delaying our exploration here. Okay, then we've got moose on this one. Which may make it quite difficult to to do any work. As far as I remember, the moose will keep respawning as long as we have a nest, right? So if we don't destroy the nests, we're going to be okay. This is actually not a bad site for it. But let's not make a decision too hastily. I definitely need to maybe work on the red soil a little bit more if we do decide to use this place, and yeah, there'll be a lot of work here, that's for sure. But I am prepared to do quite a bit of work. I mean, what, it's 3:51 right now, so we've still got, you know, more than 10 episodes. It's not like the archery range is going to take us too much longer, I don't think. I think we've sort of decided what we want to do in terms of how to set the paths and all that sort of stuff, or which pathways to use. So yeah, we could almost argue that that's largely completed. We just need to actually do the work on it. Ooh, yeah, okay, this actually looks quite nice as well. Yeah, potentially. I'm kind of liking this spot more so than I'm liking this one. So actually, let's take that down and let's put a star here. Oh, there's a moo here as well. Okay, didn't realize that. We've got a couple of biomes going on around here as well. That might be interesting. Let's just quickly fetch treasures. Okay, inventory is not looking great. I think these places might be a little bit too small, but look, we can always just check them out very quickly. Yeah, nah, I don't think... Okay, well, good old Ted has decided to come visit us. Why don't we have a chat with him? You're a very long way from home, Ted. Always nice bumping into you, Blue. What can I do for you? Let's just chat. Oh, what do you want to chat about? You have a job for me, mate? My belly is grumbling. Could I ask you to find me something to eat? I'd really owe you one. Sure. Let's get him some... I think what he likes is like cooked meat or something like that. So, yeah, we can maybe go back to the workshop and grill him something. Let's just place down a marker here, and yeah, I mean, I don't think there are any other potential sites here in the north. So what I'm gonna do is actually go back to the workshop. We'll fly south, and then we'll sort of look around this area specifically, and I want to see if there's any good choices around here. You know, in hindsight, I feel like the north might still be the better options, because yes, these islands here are a little bit more elevated, and that's fine, but I sort of need both elevation and lower sort of grounds, if that makes sense. I mean, look, this island here could be perfect, you never know. But then there's the whole idea of using the tropical biome as a basis for this ancient site. But anyway, let's focus up on just going home. Let's put stuff away. This bridge needs some work, actually. We need some lamps for that bridge. Town looking really nice in the sunset/twilight hours. People probably hanging out in the tucker box right about now. Alright. And pearls. Hang on, where am I keeping my pearls? Right there. Keys. Got 14 keys. Interesting. If we get another 6, you never know. Maybe we might go into the deep mines. Again, I just want to make sure that we're balancing going into the deep mines with what we actually need to complete, though. So I should be a little bit careful about making that decision. Alright, so we've got some cooked prime meat ready for Ted's enjoyment. But we'll come back and give it to him a little bit later. For now, let's do the rest of our exploring. I might as well just grab that as we can. Okay, and headed roughly this way. So I'll check this island and we'll then sort of swing around this way and have a look around the area. Okay, so I guess my initial thought of this place is that it's a little flat, and there are not a lot of cliffs around, so I would prefer if there are a few more cliffy areas. You know what? This is probably a good opportunity, guys, for us to just continue with our pathway project, or our infrastructure project around here, because we sort of stopped abruptly because we kind of ran out of pathways. But if we sort of do that, you know what? Actually, that was maybe poorly considered. I don't think we're going to put a pathway down here. I think we're gonna get the pathway to continue and then come down along this side. So, my bad. So bush lime goes back there. And gumnut. Alright. Okay, cool. And we'll try and maybe set up some kind of a campsite around here. And yeah, I think we can branch off slightly to this side. And since we've got an abundance of stone steps, why don't we place down some stone steps here, and maybe one over this side as well. Right. Alright. Looks good. Now, to continue our exploration. Well, let's check out maybe these two areas. Hopefully we might find something interesting there, but you know what? I get the feeling that I've sort of largely decided that it's probably going to be one of the islands that we looked at before, northeast. I mean, this could work. We'd have to, you know, do quite a bit of work on making the central area a little bit higher. A lot of treasures here. Wow. Let's hope for some keys. Okay, well, bad luck then. Yeah, let's continue north. Let's check out this area. See if we can find anything there. Alright. Yeah, I don't think this is better than what we've seen in the north. Alright, just a few more places to inspect over this side. I might, maybe speed things up and not worry too much about stopping for more treasures, because that seems to be slowing us down quite significantly. We mustn't forget, we also need to go see Ted. Yeah, that could work actually. This might not be bad either, although this island is gigantic, isn't it? It's pretty large. There's an interesting formation here. It has like a sandy little spot in the middle, which seems a little bit unusual. I'm gonna put a star there as well, guys, and we'll think about that spot. It might not be a bad idea. It's just, again, as I said earlier on in this episode, I feel like the tropical biome should be where we sort of have this temple, but maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it doesn't have to be the tropical biome. This looks a little bit weird, doesn't it? Like, it has like the sand, but it's not exactly a beach area, is it? It's like a sandy cliff almost. We'll check these islands out. again, similar sort of things happening over here. So if I use this area, I feel like I'm gonna need to flatten some parts out. Yeah, very, very strange formations. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. It almost feels like the game's sort of given up when it got to this point and just put blocks of stuff in. Didn't really worry about whether or not it needed to be a beach or something else. Yeah, I feel like I would like to also have the place quite further out from the mainland, a little bit secluded. This could be a decent spot, but there's a lot of work to be done to flatten out the sand. Let's just visit that last area over that side. We'll see what's going on there. This is a very, very strange formation here with this one tower of soil almost. What's going on here? No, we're not headed the right way. Yeah. Interesting. Alright, I just headed to Ted's place. So I think he's hanging around here. So let's just go see if we can get to Ted, give him his food, and he'll be pretty happy with us. And I'm sort of mulling right now, guys, of which... mulling over our choices, because I quite like what's going on out here. But then I also quite like what's going on right there. Both of them will require a bit of work. Or should there be two ancient Diggo statues? That might not be a bad idea, right? So we could have an ancient Diggo statue in the northeast and one in the southwest. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, come to think of it. It's just a matter of executing on the plan and whether or not I will have enough time for both. But tell you what, I think what we'll do... I'm sort of making a decision here. I think I'm going to make the decision to do it over this side. And what we'll do is we'll work on that one first. If we then have enough time towards the end of the series to work on another one, perhaps maybe we can come back here and put another ancient Diggo statue there. Yeah. It'll be nice. Hopefully it'll be nice anyway. But yeah, again, in terms of the design, I haven't exactly worked it out just yet. I'm sort of going to play by ear and sort of just place things down and hope it works. Let's try not to kill Ted. Alright. Ah, Blue. Always nice bumping into you. What can I do for you? I did that thing for you? No, I want to chat. Here you go. Oh, you found something to eat. I sure did, mate. You should enjoy that. Oh, wow. Can't believe how helpful you are. Take this. You've earned it. A little bit of cash. I don't think our roasted prime meat is worth 1,000 dink, though. Let's also just have a quick chat with him. Just to get our relationship up a little bit. Let's chat. Where am I from? I'm from the wilds, mate. Grew up wild and I'll bloody die wild. Good to know, mate. Good to know. Alright, so I think in terms of our surveying, we're done. So let's just get rid of some of the stuff that we put down before. And yeah, we'll definitely focus on coming back to this location. But probably not tonight, because there's a lot of work to be done there. First things first is maybe the terraforming. So I probably brought some of this stuff a little bit too prematurely, but I guess it's good to have just in case you wanted to actually start, you know, laying things down. Just thinking about our next area that we might need to work on in terms of roads. I think we'll continue the roads on this side. There's a little bit that we can do here just to lead people towards the sandy area over here. Do we want a bridge connecting this island? I mean, why not? Why not? So let's get to it. A nice pearl here. I might as well stop for that. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure if we'll go back to the archery range tomorrow, guys, because we haven't exactly done much work on the ancient Digo temple at all, which was not really part of the plan. I thought we would have already started a little bit by the end of this episode, but yes, anyway. Let's clear things up a little bit. And we obviously will need a pathway down. So I'm gonna have to do something about that. Okay, is that good enough? I think it would be. We do also need some lamps over this side as well, don't we? So we need lamps here, we need lamps there. Did we make any in the previous episodes? No, I think we may have made some for another spot and completely used them. So we probably need a few more. That's alright, we'll come back to that idea and we'll get it done. Let's eat a couple of bush limes here and gather up some of these quandongs. We may as well. And I think this tree's probably going to have to go, to be honest. We'll replant it just over there. So, we're going to have the road sort of come down here. We'll have one part sort of leading that way and another coming this way, climbing up the mountain a little bit and then sort of moving across. So that's the plan. Let's just start with the pathway left. Alright. Someone's not happy about us being here. Okay, and might actually tidy this up a little bit. We just do something like that instead. Yep. So almost like a T-junction here. And yeah, so we sort of need to clear a pathway over this side. Tricky, because there's no high ground on that side. We're gonna need to print some soil there. Alright, a few things we can probably get rid of. Or maybe just the one thing. Stones? Try to see if we can only remove a little bit. And let's maybe flatten this out. Okay, great. Alright, are we happy with that? I think so, and then from here we sort of need to figure out how we're going to get the pathway to cross. I probably do want a little bit more extra space around this side. Okay, cool. So I think we've at least got a bit of a plan to try and make it across there. It's just a matter of placing down all of the pathways and the bridge, but we'll do that in subsequent episodes, I think. Let's just gather up this palm wood. I think palm wood we can definitely have a little bit more of. That we don't need. Do we need to replant anything around here? I'm not entirely sure if we took out too many trees. There's probably a need for some palm trees. I think we got rid of quite a few palm trees. Palm tree seeds. Let's see if we can grab... Yeah, palm tree seeds. Okay. Maybe there was only a couple that we took out, really, so maybe I want to just try and place those back down. Maybe another one over here. And I think we'll be okay. Okay, well that didn't really pan out the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. I mean, actually, take that back down. There we go. Alright. Pretty happy with that. Let's have our Kwandong, and I think we're going to be calling it a day here, guys. Despite there sort of being not too much happening in the day, I feel like at the very least we managed to complete a little bit more work on roads. And we have made a decision of where the next project's going to be at this little island formation over here. Now, part of the plan, and mind you, I'll probably try and work my way back home here while I speak, but part of the plan is going to be also having some of these lanterns semi sort of jut out of the water, leading sailors to potentially this location. Again, it needs to be kind of a hidden away location, and I want to use the lanterns to sort of lead people to it if they catch a glimpse of it, if that makes sense. But anyway, it's going to have to be in the next episodes, and I'm going to have to sort of work out exactly what that's going to look like. You know what? I'm not too happy about how the inventory is looking. Let me just tidy that up right now. That way we won't have too much of an issue tomorrow morning. The onions. Onions are a problem, aren't they? I'm hoping we can fix that problem maybe tomorrow. It really does depend on Rain and what she stocks. So, and I would like to have a haircut as well. It's been a while, so we'll see if we can get one. Okay, freed up quite a lot of space there. Maybe I should get the printer charging right now as well. I foresee a need to print a bunch of soil for this project, but you know, again, we'll see how that all goes. Perhaps maybe if I know where the actual Diggo statue is going to be set up first, we might be able to then sort of work around that. But yeah, again, that'll be the coming episodes. Alright guys, I think this is it. As usual, leave a like, a dislike, or a comment or two down below. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.